What's up, Cowboys fam? It's your boy Jay Tuck back with another Cowboys fans only episode. So you guys know the drill by now. Go ahead, comment, like, subscribe. Somewhere down there, somewhere down there, somewhere down there. Cowboys fam, I know it's been a bad week. We've had a lot of bad losses, a lot of ups and downs, but it's really time we get back to football, and we have a game Monday night. So what I decided to do is I tried to bring in the opponent to give us a little insight to see if we can get some intel on this Cardinals matchup for Monday Night Football. So I'd like to welcome to the channel my guy Mike, the AZ Sports. What's going on, bro?
What's going on, man? It's going good, man. Try to stay cool in this Arizona Phoenix weather, but man, I'm so excited. Monday night, man. Cannot be any happier than that.
Monday Night Football. Like I keep telling everyone, this is the Jerry Maguire game. If you watch the movie Jerry Maguire, it was like they played against the Cardinals at the time on Monday Night Football. It's like, better not mess up for Monday Night Football. And so I feel like that's where we're at, man. It's going to be a great game. But before we get started, man, tell everyone where they can find you, your information, your social media, and whatnot for your channel.
Yeah, absolutely, man. So my name is Mike. I go by the AZ Sports Fan on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, pretty much all the same thing, all with the same little logo. But pretty much, man, I started my channel probably about a year and a half ago. Diehard Arizona Cardinal fan, just Arizona sports in general. So I decided to make a YouTube channel about a year and a half ago. And so far, it's picked up pretty well. So excited and happy about doing it.
Gotcha. Yeah, and he's also, guys, he's part of the Fan to Fan Network along with myself, man. So definitely check him out. Very knowledgeable guy. But we're going to dive into it and have some fun. So as we mentioned, Monday Night Football, the Dallas Cowboys will take on the Arizona Cardinals. So from a Cardinals perspective, you've seen what we've gone through. You've seen how we look thus far, and it hasn't been good, to be honest with you. So how are you feeling as a Cardinals fan about Monday night's matchup?
Honestly, it's kind of hot and cold. Arizona Cardinals started off 2-0. Really exciting. Everything was looking up great. Lions came around. We lost. Kyler Murray had a terrible game. Panthers came around and we got smacked. So we're 2-2 right now, but like looking at the game as much as like I do watching game in the entirety, I don't know, this Cardinal team is like a hot and cold type of team. I'm really excited about this matchup because I could really figure out like what this offense is going to look like from here on out. Me and my, supporters or subscribers all look at this game like this is what's going to be the Arizona Cardinals from here on out. Obviously we beat the Jets. It's not too much to gloat about. Everybody beats the Jets. I feel bad about them, honestly.
Except for us last year.
Exactly. Right. Exactly. But the truth of the matter is here, man, honestly, I'm looking at this game and I'm so excited. Like, I'm so excited to figure out what type of team this Arizona Cardinals team is. And this is probably a great test for us.
Yeah, and I think, from a Cowboys fan perspective, we're in the same boat as well. This is going to tell us a lot. Is this season even salvageable with Andy Dalton at the quarterback position? Now, Cowboys fans, I think there's some news, though I personally don't agree. Leighton Vander Esch could possibly return Monday night from the collarbone surgery. It's a little too quick for me, but maybe he's the missing link for this defense because, as I'm sure you guys are all aware, our defense has struggled. I mean, giving up over 400 yards and 30 points in the last 4 games isn't a great start. So let's speak about defense. From an offensive perspective, we know the Arizona Cardinals are loaded with Kyler Murray. He brought in Hopkins, which was a great steal from Houston. So tell me a little bit about your offense and what should Cowboys fans be looking for?
So honestly, a heavy dose of DeAndre Hopkins. We've seen it. We've seen it time and time again on this Jets game. It's really weird because DeAndre Hopkins has had multiple great games. The only game he didn't have, which was great, was last week against the Panthers. But honestly, I think we're just in a flux of being punched in the mouth and didn't know what to do to adjust. That DeAndre Hopkins wasn't a big focal point. But this game, being that your defense is very honestly similar to our defense, where honestly, I don't feel like we can stop very much either.
Oh, that's good to know.
Yeah, you can see a lot of DeAndre Hopkins, and I can see him get a monster game.
Okay, because I know you guys did have an injury. I think Chandler Jones is actually out for the season, if I'm not mistaken. So that's probably a huge blow for you guys. And so, I mean, I guess Cowboys fans, he gave us some insight that's a little bit hopeful because if his defense looks like ours, then we have a chance. And
right.
so, I think one of our focal points, as far as he mentioned, is stopping DeAndre Hopkins. We struggled not only in the pass game, but also in the run game as well. I know Dak Prescott was the big story, but we lost Tristan Hill for the season, who was our emerging defensive tackle. Dontari Poe hasn't did anything this year. And so as far as the tackle position, there's a lot of gaping holes. So tell me a little bit about your run game. Are you guys more of a pass first type team, or do you guys more balance shifted with, I know you guys have, Drake at your running back position, but tell me a little
Right.
about your offensive strategy.
So we want it to be balanced. The thing is that Kenyon Drake, for some reason, is thinking way too much. Now, I don't know if this is what's happening with Ezekiel Elliott, but Kenyon Drake's thinking way too much. He's going a lot of east to west, trying to do too much. He doesn't just go up the middle like he did last year. Now, coming into this year, everybody was excited, especially those last 8 games that we had. Kenyon Drake went off on those last 8 games last year, but we're looking at a different running back this year, and it's really concerning. Hopefully, he can get right. But honestly, somebody that you guys should really look out for is Chase Edmonds.
Okay.
Chase Edmonds is probably, if he continues what he's doing, is a great receiving back as well as he's a great running back as well. He goes up north all the time and he's a grinder, man. You should definitely look out for Chase Edmonds.
Okay, so they kind of have a more of a dual running back system, and that's what
Yep.
we're supposed to have had in Dallas, and you guys will probably see a lot more of it, especially this week. Now that
Mhm.
Andy Dalton's the quarterback, a lot of Ezekiel Elliott, but also a lot more of Tony Pollard. And Tony Pollard's kind of one of those guys you can use out in the pass game as well a little bit. He's shifty and can really create some momentum for himself. So let's talk about your quarterback, because I'm gonna tell you guys a story, and I said this on my show the other day. So my dad, he personally coached Kyler Murray all the way up to high school in Texas. And
Wow.
so my dad has personally bet me a dinner that Kyler Murray's going to go over 350 yards passing on Monday's game, and I have to take him to Papa Do's. And I'm just like, Dad, if you want me just to take you to dinner, just ask me. You don't have to make it hurt. And so tell me a little bit about Kyler Murray and how you guys feel about your quarterback in Arizona.
Honestly, we're excited about it. First time we've had a dual threat type quarterback in quite some time. We've always had that pocket passer, very tall, over 6 foot type of quarterback, and we've kind of flipped the script and went the Kyler Murray route. And honestly, I'm really excited about it. He brings a lot of energy. Uh, I don't know, just whatever he gets out of the pocket, this guy, he's super shifty. He's fast. He's electric. Honestly, everybody's really excited about him. Other than having that Panthers game, like I keep mentioning, but I think everybody had a terrible game that Panthers game, so we can't really do too much his second year coming in. But honestly, we're super excited about him over here.
Yeah, when you mentioned the Panthers game, all I can think about is Big Cat on the pregame show. Like, oh, Bernie. So, guys, you definitely have to check out the Fan to Fan pregame show because there's a lot of craziness that goes on Sunday mornings. But when it comes to Kyler Murray, I feel like, yeah, keeping him contained is going to be the main focal point of the Dallas Cowboys because we struggle with that. I mean, we had struggles containing Matt Ryan and Jared Goff, so I can imagine Kyler Murray.
Oof.
And so we really struggle with keeping our assignments, keeping containment, and not peeking in the backfield, because what can happen with Kyler Murray is as soon as you start to peak or those linebackers come a little bit, that's when he's able to strike down the field with these weapons that he has. Another
Exactly.
weapon that we haven't mentioned, Larry Fitzgerald. So tell people about, as a fan, what are your thoughts on Larry Fitzgerald and what does he mean to the Arizona Cardinals?
Larry Legend could do no wrong here. Honestly, everybody loves Larry Legend here. He's just that overall, whenever you think of the Arizona Cardinals, everybody thinks of Larry Fitzgerald. It's just kind of, I don't know, the way he was just always brought that excitement up. Now, obviously, he's already 36, 37 years old right now. The
Right.
production isn't quite there. When he does catch the ball and he makes the 3 to 4 yards, everybody is
Right.
super excited about it, regardless of what he does. He just brings a lot of juice, a lot of momentum to this offense. Although he's not the one making the plays, if he's getting like 2 to 3 receptions, honestly, we're super excited about
Right,
it.
because it's Larry. He's like our Jason Witten, or what our Jason Witten used to be. Just happy that
Yep,
that guy. When you think about the team, you think about Larry Fitzgerald, and you think about Jason Witten. So let's
exactly.
switch to the defensive side of the ball. And as you see, we had a horrible loss on last Sunday, losing our quarterback Dak Prescott. So now Andy
Yeah.
Dalton will be the quarterback. So as far as a defensive strategy, what do you think that the Cardinals are going to be their main focal point on Monday?
So listening to, coaches and listening to like players and stuff like that, honestly, Patrick Peterson, our number one cornerback, he basically said that their game plan is going to be all we need to do is basically stop the run and have Andy Dalton like beat us
Hmm.
is what he said. Now there's a lot of fans thinking that exact way. Now
Right.
I actually give more respect to Andy Dalton. I know he's done a lot of stuff within the NFL and the Cincinnati Bengals. He's taken them multiple times to the playoffs. I know he's a capable quarterback. I just hope that the defense isn't going to overlook Andy Dalton.
Right. Yeah, and I think that's the one thing that Cowboys fans can hopefully bank on is that they really just go to sleep on Andy Dalton, and Andy Dalton has a great game because
Yeah.
he's not just a backup, guys. Yeah, he was just starting the NFL like last season, so he's not that far removed. So I feel like if our offensive line, and granted our offensive line isn't the Great Wall of Dallas that we're accustomed to, having a left tackle who's an undrafted free agent rookie, and then having a right tackle who's an undrafted free agent who really isn't that good. If they're able to give Andy Dalton a little bit of protection with the wide receivers that we have, with Cedric Wilson emerging, CeeDee Lamb, of course, Michael Gallup doing his thing, and also Amari Cooper, then that can give us a little leeway because Patrick Peterson can only cover one guy. He's going to have to pick his poison. Whoever that's going to be, we'll see on Monday. But I feel like if given the opportunity, Andy Dalton can really have some impact on Monday's game. But first and foremost, I think it starts with Ezekiel Elliott, getting that run game involved and getting those things going. Now, the one thing when I've researched the Arizona Cardinals, you guys are one of the most penalized teams in the NFL right now. So do you guys still have, you're sorting things out, still trying to find the identity, or what's the true identity when it comes to Arizona Cardinal football?
And I think that's a great question, man. Honestly, I'm still looking and figuring out what that is. As to be honest with you here, I've said in multiple different videos. I think one of the main things the Arizona Cardinals needs to do is figure out what they're good at and do that.
Right.
Obviously, they're focusing a lot on DeAndre Hopkins, making sure that he gets his receptions and the yards and all that different stuff. But if we become more of a balanced type offense with getting Kenyon Drake or Chase Edmonds, I think we can be a very, very good team. Right now, I think we're struggling with figuring out what our identity is. Obviously, we have DeAndre Hopkins, like I mentioned before, but I want more. Like, I want more Christian Kirk. I want, Larry here on the bottom, the quick play and stuff like that, or Andy Isabella being our speedster that he is. So we're still trying to figure it out. Honestly, the way I'm looking at the Arizona Cardinals here, I'm not 100% convinced they know. 110% honest with you.
Right.
But it's a progression. Every game we see something better. I just hope, like I said before, coming off the Jets win, we can use that and kind of elevate it and come out with a good game against the Dallas Cowboys. Because last thing we want to do is, put out a dud, in Monday Night Football.
Yeah, because the whole world will be watching, especially with Andy Dalton now being under the spotlight. And yeah, I think we're kind of in that same boat. And I thought, as you just mentioned, you used the New York Jets to kind of get your feet moving and some momentum as far as that's concerned. I thought the Cowboys were going to do that against the Giants. That wasn't the case. And so I'm starting to get to the point, maybe this is just who we are. We are a sloppy football team who turns the ball over constantly, who makes bad decisions on special teams, and defense who cannot stop anything. And so hopefully I'm looking to see against you guys some type of improvement, something to hang our hat on. Now, we did see DeMarcus Lawrence finally get a strip sack for the first time since, 13 games. And so maybe that, exactly. $100 million in one sack out of 13 games. That's crazy. So hopefully, that was kind of his slump buster and he's going to get back to football. And Jalen Smith to play a lot better on last Sunday. I know he's pretty much like second in the NFL right now in tackling, but he's been out of position a lot, making a lot of bad angles, a lot of bad reads. So, as I mentioned earlier, Cowboys fam, if we're able to get Leighton Vander Esch back, and I guess that's the story, we shall see, I think that can give our defense a possible boost, especially at that middle linebacker position. That way Jalen can play more of a natural position. But our secondary, as we all know, is still kind of skeptical. And so that's my biggest concern. So I know I did a few podcasts this week, I did a few shows, and I made my prediction. And a lot of Cowboys fans were throwing tomatoes at me because I feel like, I have to be honest. I can't come on here and be the whole Michael Irvin thing like, oh, yeah, this is an easy game. We got this, Cowboys by 15. Like, no. So I had you guys winning 34-17.
Wow. Okay.
Because it's not because I don't believe in Andy Dalton. It's not because, Dak Prescott is really hurt and we really can't get things done. Our defense is just that bad. I just don't know how do we stop this offense, not only with Kyler Murray, but Hopkins and even Larry Fitzgerald. I would not be surprised if Larry Fitzgerald has a great game on Monday night. And that's just how bad our offense has been. I mean, if you think about it, all the primetime receivers from Julio Jones to Calvin Ridley to DK Metcalf to Odell Beckham Jr., they all had mega days against the
Right.
Dallas Cowboys. And so how do we really stop the cream of the crop, the top guy, DeAndre Hopkins, from having one? So I'm really not very optimistic about this game on Monday. Hopefully I'm wrong. But Mike, let me get your prediction, man. How are you feeling? What we think the possible score will be for Monday night's matchup?
Honestly, I thought it was going to be closer. Obviously, I have the Cardinals winning as well. I just because the defense of you guys, like I think that's been the trend where you guys just gave up so much yards and so many points.
Right.
Now our defense was better the first 2 games.
Mhm.
So like when I'm saying our defense is like in a flux, I was only really talking about like the last 2 games. Not including the Jets.
Right. Right.
but my prediction here, I have us winning 34-31.
Okay.
So I honestly thought it was going to be closer because just really depending. I know we got Buda Baker back, coming back last week, and we might get Jalen Thompson coming back. So it might be better than I'm thinking right now, but I was thinking we're going to be a little closer than 17-31. But hell, I'll take that.
and I hope that I'm wrong. Hopefully it's the reverse. I hope it's the Cowboys 34-17. But like I
Right.
said, with this defense, the way we consistently turn over the ball, it's something we've had in week 1, and it still remains all the way till now. I don't know how do we fix things, but I feel like the only way the Cowboys really have a chance in Monday's matchup is number 21 back there, feeding the
Yes.
beast, getting that run game established, controlling the time of possession, protecting the ball, keeping our defense off the field, and not putting Andy Dalton in bad situations. Like I said, guys, it's going to be a great matchup. I'm excited for it, for Monday night's matchup. I know a lot of people are. So, Mike, I appreciate you for coming on and giving us some insight. Now, Cowboys fan, we have all this insight, so now we got to go ahead and take advantage of it. But, Mike, once again, man, let everybody know where they can find you.
Absolutely, man. So all you need to do is search up AZ Sports Fan on the search bar. It's most likely going to be the only page on Arizona Sports on YouTube. Not accounting obviously the Arizona Cardinals page, but yeah, I'm most likely there. You can find me on Twitter with the same handle as well as Instagram as well. All the same little logo. I usually have my cool hair, but I have my hat on today.
Yeah, yeah, guys, and you guys know the drill. Cowboys fans only on YouTube. Go ahead, comment, like, subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at jtuck151 and go to cowboysfansonly.com to get all your CFO gang merchandise. I appreciate everyone for your support, supporting the store, supporting the channel. And Cowboys fans, I'm going to try to get positive. And here's the funny thing, Mike. I'm always the one trying to keep Cowboys fans positive. Like, stay positive. You're being too negative. We're still in this game. Don't give up. But after this last Sunday, man, I saw Dak go down, man. I turned into I just sunk, man. I just felt sick to my stomach. So hopefully,
I'm right there with you, man.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's such a big blow. Honestly, I don't know how you guys recover back from that.
Yeah, and like I said, it was a huge blow. Just not only from losing a player standpoint, because hell, we got 13 players on the injury reserve this year, but just seeing a guy go through so much this offseason. He's going to have to prove himself again. He was actually playing lights out, doing everything you could ask from this kid. And then he goes down with a season-ending injury. It was heartbreaking. But the season goes on. Andy Dalton, I believe in you. The defense, not so much. And so we'll see Monday night, man. But, Mike, I appreciate you stopping by. Like I said, Cowboys fans, stay blessed, stay safe, stay encouraged. And it's your boy, J Tuck. Cowboys up. We'll see you Monday night. Peace.